Dude, do you guys, like this?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this.
I like to hear myself because I think I have a good voice.
I feel the opposite.
No, you have a great voice.
You think I have a good voice?
It's so weird to me, Connor, how A, hot you are, and B,
don't say this shit to him.
Funny. And no, but it's funny. Like, we could rag on him because he's hot and he's funny and he's just like, I'm a loser. I fucking suck, dude. I don't want to
that is how I feel inside. And then people feel very comfortable taking me down a notch because of how I look. And I'm like, you don't understand. I'm so low already.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Isn't our dynamic on the trucks though is I'm the punching bag.
Yeah.
Oh, I beat the shit out of him, dude. It's crazy.
And he does it in front of the clients, and then I have to be like, ha 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 ha.
Who was I? I was working with somebody, and they kept on being like, it was Nick Naney. Nick Naney kept on going to the client. He'd be like, Andy does a great Austin Powers. And I'd be like, what? And he'd be like, come on, do your Austin Powers. So I was like, this is why I don't do alt shows. Yeah.
All right, you want to start the show? Start it, Andy.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Known Zone. My name is Andy Haynes, and I'm joined by my consummate co-host, the Little Lotus Blossom, my favorite little taro root patty, Wilfred Padua. How are you, Wilfred?
I'm doing just fine.
We need to amp up this episode because we just did an episode and everybody was sleepy. We didn't get to the topic.
I want to say that I tried to inject some energy. Autumn she backs me on this one. I tried to inject some energy, but you and Jordan were having your own little thing, and I was over there on the side.
Did we not include you?
No, it was just like whenever I tried to throw a joke in, there was like a and then I had to sit there.
So it sounds pretty normal. Yeah. Sounds like how it normally is.
How about you shut the fuck up?
Dude.
Yeah. So you see it too. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I feel like
they were killer jokes. Some of the best jokes.
Yeah, I doubt it.
They were. Yeah, Chappelle's son was there.
Yeah, he was doing Nick Mullen's West African voice for the whole podcast.
Wait, was it Jordan Jensen?
Yeah.
You got iced out, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry,
but I also feel like because I'm trying to be a better, I'm trying to be like more succinct, talk about the topic, be more presentational, have fun.
Sure.
And then I get into the podcast and it's like did you ever do commercial auditions?
Yeah, of course.
Where you're like, I'm doing this. And you step in the room and you're just like, it's
the absolute worst. To act like I love like Welch's grape juice.
Did you ever have to do like all right, you're in a car, so just pretend these chairs are cars and you're going to get out and then you see your long lost love. And it was like, this is all just for fidelity. You know?
Dude, I don't know. I had a commercial agent and I had to do an audition for him in the room where it was a scene from a Nickelodeon show and I had to act like a monkey.
Great.
He's like, and really sell it. Really get into it. Because I did it the first time and I was just like, ooh, ah, ah. And he's like, not a believable monkey. Yeah. And then he's like, go read it in the hallway, come back. Yeah. And I really went crazy in this monkey audition. And then I got a commercial agent and I was like, that was like abuse, I think.
Yeah.
There's no reason I had to do that at all.
Yeah, he made all your ex-girlfriends watch too.
I did an audition one time. It was like through my commercial agent, but it was for a WWE cartoon, which was going to be like the WWE All-Stars as little kids. So basically like the Tiny Toons or like Sesame Street, but with like Ric Flair as a baby, that type of thing.
It's so like the Muppet Babies.
Yeah, exactly. So I was Ric Flair. That's who I was auditioning as, and I worked on the voice. It was Ric Flair as a baby, right?
Let's hear it.
And I do it. It was just like, oh yeah, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I worked on it and it was good, right? So I get it. I get the callback. I get the final. Like I'm gonna be a voice on this cartoon. I go to the studio. It's Stupid Robot or whatever. Seth.
I have no idea.
Angry Robot?
No, Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken. It was like that studio. It's me, a couple other guys that are auditioning, and Seth Green. We're all there. And I go into the booth and I start to do the voice, and he goes, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh, you just do Ric Flair and then we'll modulate it. And I was like,
Jesus Christ.
what?
Yeah.
I was like, I have not worked on a Ric Flair at all.
That should have been in the notes also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
constant.
man.
That's like so much of show business is just somebody like leaving out a detail that just is heartbreaking and devastating.
Yeah. Well, I got dropped by that same agent because I told a casting director to fuck off.
Great. I love it.
Was this all recently?
No, this is when I was like 20, maybe.
Oh,
21,
okay.
How old are you now?
29.
God damn. How time flies.
I know. But yeah, I was working in a restaurant and my agent calls me and they're like, hey, real serious audition for a Disney Channel show where like you were going to be the dad in the show from the past. It's like a flashback, like now in the future type show.
Yeah.
And they saw your headshot. They want you to come in specifically. And I was like, holy shit, big deal. You know, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
And I begged my boss at the restaurant. I was like, dude, I have to go right now. And it's like rush hour. It's like 5 o'clock. I have to go to the Sunset Bronson Studios.
Yeah.
I come inside. There's like 50 fucking people there. Like I
Yeah.
clearly
They all
wasn't
look
like
like
in.
you.
They're exactly me. I walk inside. He goes, all right, can you slate for me? I was like, I'm Conner McNutt. I'm 5'11". And he goes, okay, can I see your profiles? And I turn to the side. And he goes, all right, thank you. And I went, what? And he was like, that's it. And I was like, are you fucking serious? He's like, yeah, that's all we needed to see. I was like, dude, you have my headshot. Why the fuck did I lost like $100 coming here. And he was like, I'm sorry, you have to go. And I was like, dude, fuck off. And then I walked out. My agent called me and they're like, well, we can't work with you anymore.
And that's the world you're moving back to.
Yeah.
Nah, you're gonna do great. But speaking of people, I do have faith in Conner.
Thanks, bud.
You know, because I think the whites will rise again.
I've been saying that, dude. White dudes in comedy talk about like us coming back like it's like a prophecy, you know, like it's some Nordic
someday
myth.
the moon will align.
Like you've
One
been
day,
walking,
brother.
you've been walking in the desert for 40 years.
We shall rise again, brother.
Speaking of people that all look alike, Wilfred, do you want to get in today's topic?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I already told Conner what the topic was. Where are you going? Oh.
What's that?
My lozenges.
Nice.
I told Conner what the topic was. I don't like this. And the reason why I chose this topic was because I went through like 4 or 5 different things thinking Conner might be into any of them, and then I couldn't care about them.
Conner's only into Latina chicks.
That's true.
The only thing he cares about.
Well, yeah, and I was like, oh, big boobs, that's boring.
Little big tits, Latinas.
Yeah, big tits, Latinas, like manual
skateboards,
labor, not
manual
having
labor, being
flatbread
poor,
hats.
So actually, I was like, okay, Tom.
anti-Semitism.
I went through Tom Cruise, he's a good, big Tom Cruise fan.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
But
Exactly.
Tom Cruise's all of the like material about him was just like all of the movies he's done.
He's so
in
cool.
order.
Yeah.
Hold on,
I-
real quick. I just realized I mentioned that I'm into anti-Semitism and I'm wearing a Kanye West hat. I got to clear the air. I'm not anti-Semite.
Sure, yeah.
I feel like that-
one would say that if they were. That's what they were just trying to clear some
I
air.
love them.
They're my favorite.
No, they're actually my favorite.
They're actually my chosen people.
Honestly, if they're chosen, I'm choosing. You know what I mean?
And then I went into Scientology, but then I was like, everyone has like learned about Scientology. Like we all know about Scientology. Who
Kind of.
cares?
I think we could give it an episode.
Let's
do Scientology today.
Okay, all right.
yeah. Dude, fuck your research. Let's
Yeah.
do Scientology.
Then I was like, oh, what about Reagan? Because he's from California. But I was like, Conner doesn't have any investment in that, and it's like too big for one episode. So here we are talking about the Amish.
But why did you choose the Amish?
Yeah.
Because it was the only thing that I could care about this
Okay.
week. So I chose the Amish for me.
Cool.
There's some look. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I was
There's-
gonna do the the Dodgers. What's that ridge or whatever the valley that they took?
Oh, yeah. I mean the Elysian Valley.
Yeah.
What?
I was thinking about that.
What happened there?
They just
The
like
city
tore
just-
down a whole neighborhood
Yeah,
to
this-
build Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, there was like a whole thriving Latino neighborhood where Dodger Stadium is, and the city was like, "This would be a cool parking lot."
I should have asked you for suggestions because I was struggling. I was struggling all week.
And every single family that was kicked out was like, "We're pretty pissed about this, but we'll be back every night."
Do you have a friendship like this? Me and Wilfred, we are best friends to some extent, I would say.
To some extent.
Well,
Jesus
hold on.
Christ.
Here's why I say this: because we do not talk
Yeah.
the rest of the week.
just here.
I sent you a text message.
You sent me one song.
Andy's like,
you
I
sent
don't
me
talk
a
to
Skepta
him.
song.
Yeah, and it was to start a conversation. I sent him a Skepta song where Skepta was talking
That was
about.
to start a conversation.
It's a good song. It's not a good song, but it's funny.
It's a good song.
It's not good. It's the Have you heard that Skepta song where he talks about how like it's called like Disguise and it's about trans people?
Is that what it's about?
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
You have to.
To be honest, that was a conversation starter.
That
You should
is a
listen to
good
the song,
conversation.
yeah.
Here,
Is
I'm
it
gonna-
new?
No, but this is and I'll just read you the lyrics.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Transvestites more
Andy,
than
drop a beat.
By the way, this is all in the Transformers. Is the Transformers like theme song is the sample behind this?
Incredible.
What year is this?
2009, it has to be. Something like that.
Yes, 2009. Transvestites more than meets the eye. Transvestites, mandem in disguise.
Yes.
And then
What? I don't understand why you would be so upset. Like, did he think a girl was hot and it was a dude? And then
That's
he was like,
always
But
always
I have
to
the
write a
answer.
song.
all three verses are pretty much the same thing. It's, yo, Skepta, you thought it was a girl because he had a handbag. You didn't know it was the next man's granddad.
Jesus
Don't rush
Christ.
into things, rude boy. Take some more time. Check out the jawline.
good. It's a good song. It's a pretty good song.
Now
The
you're
crazy thing
high
about
off
that
the-
verse is that it's transphobic, but it starts with him talking to himself in third person.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a crazy man.
Yeah. It's and then there's this guy JME is also on it. Some guy named Jammer is on it.
It's so
Like-
weird to me because I follow all of this, like the Grime Daily.
Yeah.
I'm a subscriber to that Instagram channel, and I lived in London for last year. That I don't understand how this is a problem. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, is this guy going to a bar and every girl is trans, and he's like, "Fuck."
Yeah. He goes, that's why I'm warning people. I repeat, I'm warning people.
Jesus Christ.
He's gonna do it.
So if you still make the mistake-
South London's trans
Yeah.
community.
So if you still make the mistake, don't try and blame it on the New York diesel.
Damn.
What is the New York diesel?
I guess whoever JME is.
He's opening for Chappelle tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Skepta?
Yeah, with that song.
Yeah.
It's that song 10 times.
It's actually part of Chappelle's act.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
Okay, the Amish.
How are the Amish feeling trans?
I don't think that
Probably
they even
pretty good.
You know, I don't think they even know that they exist.
There's
I have
some
no
weird
idea.
shit though, like where you think like a whole civilized. Like, do you know you can't be gay in Iran, but you can be trans?
I didn't know that.
And also, like Samoa. Samoa is like very, kind of, you would say classically traditional masculine, right?
Yeah.
But they raise a certain amount of kids are raised as the opposite sex.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
called fafafinas.
We got to do that for an episode.
Yeah.
Because I still really want to talk about Manti Te'o's whole situation.
What we should do is we should bring in somebody who is insecure about their sexuality.
Someone that we
Secretly think is gay.
we think they're gay, but they're
they
closeted.
Won't come out.
Yeah.
And then we just do a whole thing about like, why'd you pick this topic? And you're like, just thematic. We thought it was good.
I just thought you should move to Samoa personally. I just think you'd be really happy there, man.
It's
So
beautiful. You like big people.
Okay, at some point this is gonna bore Connor too much, and we're gonna have to.
dude, I'm here for the ride.
Nah, dude.
Me and Connor have had some really, really depressing conversations.
Oh my God, yeah.
Really? Like what?
Just
Yeah.
imagine both of us talking about failing in comedy, Boston and back. The entire conversation.
Yeah, imagine about a 10-hour drive.
Yeah,
total.
10-hour drive of just people just going through
We have
every
fun.
single
We've
time
had
we
like
fucked
fun
it up.
10-hour drives.
Yeah,
Because I know that my job as the passenger is to like keep Connor awake, or at least that's the only thing that I can do. And so we'll just play games like we did that one where it was like top 5 chain restaurants.
Oh yeah.
And
You fall asleep every time I drive.
Yeah, because I mean I can't talk to you.
This is my best friend.
I can't stress enough. I am just racist to Wilfred the entire time we work.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I mean, that's a lot of what I do.
It's so
Yeah.
much like, and then I would try to jump in on the game and be like, and I'd pull my eyes back, and Connor goes, "What are you doing? There's nothing. I can't see any difference."
I was like, are you doing something? I don't know. Yeah.
For 10 years. For 10 years, if we see an Asian person, I go, do you know them?
Dude, I laughed so hard the other day. We were driving in Chinatown. There's just the oldest Asian woman of all time. And I was like, wait, Wilfred, if you're out there, then who's in the truck with me?
Oh, God. Well, that's why we're not going to be successful.
You remember that? My favorite one was that one time when there's that kid on the bridge. He's waving at us, and me and Connor.
There's like a little Hasidic boy, like on a bridge, like an underpass.
You're
like,
going on the BQE underneath Williamsburg.
It was coming from like the Bronx.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I think we were still upstate.
We were coming in. We were coming like northern Bronx.
Okay.
Just a little Hasidic kid waving at everybody, and as I'm driving under him, we just start going.
Both of us. Both of us in unison.
Yeah, he got so sad.
Yeah, he had his hands on the fence like this.
Wow.
And then when he saw us, his hands dropped. He saw his shoulders slump.
Oh, fuck, dude.
All right, the Amish. So they started in. They came from the original like break off from like the Christians was the Swiss Brethren, who are now regarded as the Mennonites. I didn't know Mennonites and Amish were different. I had no idea.
So wait, did they start in Switzerland?
Yes.
Okay.
Switzerland, Swiss Germany.
Okay.
So the Swiss Brethren are they're Anabaptists. Do you know what that means?
No.
They don't like baptisms. They disagree with the idea of baptizing an infant, and you actually can't get baptized in the Amish church until after Rumspringa.
Yeah, you actually aren't allowed to get a baby wet.
Is that true?
In the Amish church, you can't get babies wet. They're like gremlins. You didn't know this?
They just stay up all night building houses by themselves.
What happens to a gremlin if it gets wet?
It's not gremlin. What's the thing before a gremlin?
Mogwai.
Yeah, mogwai. If you get a mogwai wet,
It turns into a gremlin.
It expands. And then if you feed them after midnight, they turn into gremlins.
Oh, yeah.
It expands?
Yeah, like if you get a mogwai wet,
Oh, it's like one of those
balls jump off of it and they turn into new mogwais.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You've never seen Gremlins?
I mean, if I did, it was way too long ago.
Wow.
You should watch it.
I just watched
I think your grandpa's in it.
See, this is what we were missing in the last episode.
Dude, shouldn't you be across the street working at Jollibee? What are you doing here?
I knew that this is what I like immediately.
The best episode we've had so far. Really, honestly.
Today I woke up.
We're not inviting any strangers anymore.
Today I woke up. I looked in the mirror and I was like, "You have to face Conner and Andy together." I was like, "Be strong," and then I flexed my muscles.
Oh man, I think we might have to keep you here. We might have to take you from Hate Watch and keep you as our third mic.
Okay, so Swiss
I'm
Brethren,
down, dude. I'll fly back every week.
Anabaptist Christians,
Like Tom Segura.
they started in the 1520s, and they didn't have. There's no official doctrine of the Swiss Brethren, except for this thing called the Schleitheim Confession. This is all that it said. It had like just a few tenets: baptism, no baptism. That's all that.
Okay.
There was this thing called the ban, which is like an excommunication or shunning of people if they leave the church.
After Rumspringa, or just in general?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Breaking of bread. So communion, you can only break bread or eat meals with other baptized people.
Okay.
So it's like they call all of us the English. So keeping the English out.
It's like the table at the cellar.
Yeah.
The Amish are the table.
And when you say us, what do you mean by that?
Everyone that's not them.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There is it says separation from evil, so it's removing the entire society from removing the Amish from the rest of society.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pastors in the church, which is they got to be good guys and they got to big up Jesus.
Wait, that's what it says?
I mean, I'm
They got to be good guys and they got to big up Jesus?
Yeah.
They got to hold it down for our Lord and Savior.
This is what they wrote in the 1520s.
They got to keep it 100 for Christ.
They just salute to a cross.
Yeah. But the last two, the sword, they have to be pacifists. They like none of them can participate in any sort of violence.
Oh yeah, you're not allowed to like punch back.
And you're also not allowed to like fight in a war.
Damn, that's dope. So we could go to Central PA right now and
beat the shit out of them.
beat the shit out of all of them
And win fights for the
And
first
here's
time.
the thing: if they fought back, they could beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, they're so angry.
They're so angry, and they're so good. They're so strong.
They're so strong.
yeah.
They farm
all
all
they
day.
do is farm. All
Are they
day.
jerking off?
I
They've gotta be.
I didn't really look into that one.
They've got to be.
And then the
Probably
last
called,
one is like,
soiling the cloth or something.
well, there's like not a lot of info on the Amish because they don't let a lot of people in, and also there's not a lot of doctrines about them.
Yeah.
The last thing is that you're not supposed to make an oath to anything other than Jesus.
Damn.
So,
But they get married and stuff, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, started with this guy named Jacob Amon. There became a
Amon?
Amon.
The
Yeah.
Arabs founder?
Amman. How do you say that?
Amon.
Yeah. So don't fucking question me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That was really confident, dude. I love that.
Stood
Yeah.
up to us there.
I'm so scared of you.
So there's this new doctrine called the Dordrecht Confessions that came out in the 16-somethings about that was for the Swiss Brethren. Jacob Amon didn't like three things about this new doctrine.
Tell us.
The new doctrine said no foot washing. Jacob fucking loves
He
washing
loves
feet.
washing feet, yeah.
The new doctrine made it so that communion only happened once a year. Amish do communion twice a year, and so he wanted to keep it that way.
Damn.
And then
They wanted 2 Christmases.
and then the third thing was the no mingling with the English. So the new doctrine was like, you can go ahead and hang out with them.
Did they say Ingling ever?
Ingling?
Like mingling
Oh
with
yeah,
the English?
mingling with the Ingling.
Yeah. No?
So the new doctrine said,
Very good.
go for it and mingle. But Jacob was like, nah, I don't want that.
You can't party.
So he starts the Amish. Some people will follow him, and then the Amish are created.
does it explain what the name the Amish means? Or is it just because his name?
It's because of his name.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm on.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The capital of Jordan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where he's from. I don't know. I don't think so.
He's doing a tour with Danish McBool, Natalie Akor, Mo Amer, Rami.
Yep.
He's on that. He's on that tip. Joseph Amon is doing a show in the UAE with all of them.
Man, you just listed my favorite black comics in the city. That's awesome.
All right.
Oops.
Well, we can bleep some of those names.
No, we're saying it.
I love those guys.
Yeah, they don't get it. Everybody's cool.
So you're actually not a part of the Amish church until after Rumspringa.
Yeah.
So Rumspringa, this is
Do you know what Rumspringa is?
It's when you get to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to leave and mingle with the English, and I love this idea. It's like they're like, you can't dedicate yourself to this until you see what the outside world is like.
That is, it's pretty
evolved of them.
Yeah.
Yes, they're actually, and they're like pretty like.
But there, there's
progressive in
probably
it.
but you will burn in hell if you choose the other thing.
There is a little bit of that, of course. But they're like, we don't want you to commit unless you know to do this. And so, Amish, they go to school till the 8th grade.
Yeah.
After that, they start working. At the age of 16, they do their Rumspringa, which is how they afford. Like, they've been working for the last few years, just saving up. This is how they can afford all the math and shit that they do, because they end up doing a lot of math.
Honestly, I think that I don't know if I've learned anything important after 8th grade. It's
I
all
think
just
I agree
this.
with
It's
you.
all just facts.
Yeah. And I absorbed none of it.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Breaking Amish, the show?
No, what's that?
It's about like Rumspringa.
Yeah.
It's like a TLC show.
Oh, really?
And it was just like documentary style, like these guys.
I've been
The
trying.
funny thing though is that none of them ever leave the church and become like normal good. Like
Yeah.
No, they become like
all
burnouts.
become like, I work at a vape shop.
Yeah.
Well, the
I
issue is that,
have
like,
a Monster Energy truck.
at the age of 16, they have to figure this shit out themselves. And like in the Amish community, like there's money within the community. They all look after each other. And then once you leave the Amish community, you have no support because all of your people are together somewhere else. So like if you're 16, you're like, yeah, I guess I'm going to work at a vape shop.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do? What else is there to do? But yeah, there was one dude. I watched this documentary called Devil's Playground.
I've seen that one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
it's just
He goes dark. This one dude goes way dark.
So this dude, his name's Farron, and he he fucking parties hard.
Yeah,
also,
dude.
their parties are wild. Their parties are like it's like Woodstock '99.
But wait, you're talking about Rumspringa parties,
Yes.
not right? Because
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
partying anymore once
No,
they
no,
go
no,
back.
You can't listen to music. You can't dance. You
They
can
don't-
Can you
and they
play
don't-
music?
You can sing.
Can you play music?
You can't play music.
Okay.
This is within the church.
What is the difference?
What do you mean?
Like just no instruments, or
It's electric. You can't use electricity.
oh, but they can like play music.
No, you can't.
Like they don't have instruments.
You can sing.
That's it.
You can only sing.
Are they like banging the ground, making a beat? Nothing.
Yeah,
Just
these are white people. I doubt they're making a beat.
all right.
Do you see women talking?
I've not no.
Is that a show?
It's a movie.
Women talking.
Sounds boring.
I watched it on a plane. I didn't really have a choice.
What do they talk about?
There was like a bunch of rapes on an Amish. It's a drama. It's like Academy Award nominated drama about there was a bunch of rapes on like an Amish community or Mennonite, and these women are deciding whether the women should leave the church.
Okay.
Oh,
It's really good.
really?
Yeah.
I just feel like whenever it's like a lady-led movie,
Yeah.
drama, or
You're
like TV
why
show.
are they talking? And
I'm like,
not
they're-
jumping on trampolines, right?
Well, it's like always about sexual assault, and I'm like, this is bumming me out so much.
Yeah.
I can't watch. That's why I haven't watched. What's the one where they're wearing red? It's got girl Peggy from.
Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, I haven't watched it because I know it's a big rape bummer.
Peggy. Oh, from Mad Men.
Mad Men.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you meant from
Peggy Hill.
I think you meant from. Yeah, I
King
was
of the
like, I don't think she's in it, dude.
God damn it, Bobby!
That's a pretty good white voice.
That was probably the best impression I've ever done. In my life.
That's good.
I don't think I've done any.
Do it again. See if you can do it again.
God damn it, Bobby!
Yeah, you fucked
Yeah,
it
you
up.
fucked it up. Yeah.
Yeah,
First one was
all right.
good.
Yeah, it's
You're worthless.
the
dude.
pressure. It's the pressure on.
Yeah.
So Rumspringa, I think their original idea of Rumspringa was that like you don't have to. It's the feeling of freedom, but then they're like, oh, you're 16, you get to attend these singing sessions. So the singing sessions is like girls on one side, boys on the other, and then they sing whatever stupid songs they sing, and then they just like make flirty eyes.
Hold on. When they do Rumspringa, are they allowed to fuck?
They're allowed to do whatever they want.
Truly, whatever they want.
So
Yes.
if they fuck and they come back, it doesn't like ruin their chance of getting married?
Most of them are not virgins when it comes to.
Oh, okay.
I think, or at least the fellas aren't.
Fellas.
Yeah, the ladies like probably might still be, but I think that there's also like if you go to Rumspringa and then you get like an English girlfriend, then you're probably not going to come back. But 90% of them.
The shit she'll do with her mouth.
I wonder how many like single moms are out there because they got knocked up by a dude on Rumspringa.
Oh really?
Yeah,
that's
probably a lot.
Leave me alone. I got to go build a barn with my dad and all of our cousins.
Well,
this-
spend the weekend with my dad. This sucks.
So in the Devil's Playground, there's this guy Farron. He is selling. He starts selling meth. Then he gets addicted to meth, and so he's selling meth just to pay for his addiction. And then like he starts eventually has to like hide back in the Amish community because
he steals, right?
because he was wearing a wire.
Oh.
And so him, his English girlfriend at the time, and two guys, they all get arrested. The other two guys went to prison, and then they didn't. And so all the drug dealers, these are like Amish drug dealers that are like, we got to kill this kid.
Wait, Amish drug dealers? Like they
Rumspringed. They went
they're
on Rumspring.
ex
Sure,
Amish.
yeah. And so I'm assuming that there are guys that are like, oh fuck, I knocked up a girl. I'm gonna go hide in this community.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna grow a beard so I don't look like I used to.
Yeah, it kind of kicks ass. It's the ultimate getaway plan. You know?
Yeah.
This is a true story. There was a driver for way back in the day for Intense, and he got in a car accident in the middle of Williamsburg with a bus.
Oh my God.
And the guy driving the bus came out and he clocked him. He could see what he looked like, And then all these Hasidic people from the neighborhood kind of just circled the entire scene. They were watching, blah, blah, blah. He kind of lost track of the dude. And then when the cops came up, another guy presented himself as the driver.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, so he hit a Hasidic bus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, the Hasidic bus was in fault. They like pulled out and sideswiped him or something.
The Hasidic bus hit him.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they probably could do the same thing. I mean, it's like when everybody has the same outfit, same facial hair, it probably wouldn't hold up in court if you're I'm pretty sure it was this other guy.
So that's the thing is when one Asian person gets into a car accident, you guys are like, oh, they all did it.
Yeah.
That is always cracking me up whenever we get cut off by somebody on the highway driving terribly. And then I just look at Wilfred and he's like, please, please, please.
No,
and then you pull up and it's literally a man in like a rice hat.
Yeah. Yeah, hitting a gong in his car.
It's one of those lions.
And Wilfred's just like, fuck, god damn it.
It literally is like
He's going like this with his arm the whole time. Like, fuck. Not again.
No, Wilfred's like, fuck, dad, god damn it.
I really do like look into the car to see if it's an Asian person, and then I go, fuck. And then Connor knows if it was.
Doing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But,
I don't feel that way. Like I don't have like a thing with like other white people where I'm like, you're letting us down.
Yeah. I mean,
what if it's like okay, you hear that someone's got their like beat the shit out of a black guy.
Yeah, but white is just so broad and
so
like
ubiquitous.
And it's not like
you never go like, oh, we're being misrepresented, because it's always the homogenous. We don't ever think of it as like, because it's never like news if it's us. It's always default us.
Yeah.
Okay. I only think about it when it comes to driving. It's literally nothing else.
Yeah. Well, I told Wilfred about our job to Philadelphia. I told Noah about our job to Philadelphia.
Oh, well, we got...
we moved to go to Philadelphia. She tipped us $20 each, and she was going to Philly to go to rabbinical school.
Nice.
And we were just like...
Cool.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
And I told Noah that, and he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
I love it when you are like, it's going to be bad because it's this group of people, and then they compensate.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I got a really good tip the other day because the dude, all of his boxes were like 60, 70 pounds. He had like they're all like the extra large size boxes. And I was like, hey man, you can't do this. Like, you got to really take care of us because if not, we have to just watch you pack, and that's going to take hours. And then I'm taking his stuff down out the front door, and I missed a step and I fell, and the box fell on top of me, and the guy like tried to rescue me, and I was like pissed. I was like, leave me alone, I got it, don't worry. And then he tipped us $400.
Oh my god, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, actually no, 500. Tipped us 500.
This should just be a moving podcast.
Yeah, let's just
get Tremaine on here.
Yeah.
That'd be a great episode.
A different mover each episode.
Yeah.
And so everyone goes out and they drive cars during Rumspringa. They listen to music. So with the Amish, there's a couple like things that I feel like are the most important. They don't like technology or anything that keeps you from engaging in person with the community.
Smart.
So like, a phone keeps me from face-to-face dialogue or whatever. Everything is about the community, about putting the community first. So that like that's why they just wear like, plain dresses that cover their whole bodies and plain outfit. The men just wear like dark clothes or whatever, because they're not about vanity. They're so against vanity that they have dolls for their girls, and the dolls don't have faces because they don't want it to perpetuate any beauty standards.
The dolls aren't allowed to have faces.
They have no faces. There's like creepy.
It's a horrifying doll.
Can you look up
Amish doll?
Amish dolls. They are horrifying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that at all, dude.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Imagine one of those coming alive.
I'm gonna buy these for my daughter.
Autumn, can you bring up Pornhub.com
and type in the word Amish?
Yeah.
Learn a little bit about them on Pornhub.com.
There's got to be like a
for
Amish
sure, like
porn.
Amish cosplay.
That's gotta be. Yeah.
We always get back to porn on this show. I feel like we're
Did we talk about porn on the
feel like
I think it's funny because like one thing I was thinking we need to improve. I'm sorry to talk about the sausage making, but all of our clips, it's never about our topic. We're never like,
yeah, because the topic is the worst part of the podcast.
I mean, I almost fell asleep. So
the fact that we do a thing,
oh man,
makes the podcast worse.
Maybe we should abandon it. Oh God,
I think there
my
are
2 cents. I think you guys should abandon it. I think you should just have fun with your friends on here.
yeah,
but we do. I mean, it
there's so
is
many
also
pods
fun
like that.
in this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I know, but whatever.
All right.
Never stops. I mean, I'm down to talk about the Amish.
But that is like
But if it's a
literally
hang-up you guys have.
every single guest has been like, why are we talking about this thing?
It was fun, like when we had Rafi on.
Yeah.
That was great because he was invested in it. And then we were like, the thing was, after we had Rafi on, I was like, oh, that's awesome. We should get something that the guest is invested in. The thing is, Conner knows nothing.
I know nothing. Like
So-
history.
I bet we
just
could have done cholos with Conner.
maybe.
But
How about getting beaten up in Southern California?
Yeah.
That was the topic.
We're just getting your ass kicked on a daily
Getting your ass
basis.
kicked in
Yeah.
an In-N-Out parking lot in San Bernardino, if that was the topic.
well,
It'd be a 5-hour podcast. We could
maybe
do.
I could have done it about code switching because when Conner gets really angry, he turns into a cholo.
Oh, geez, that's so embarrassing. And don't ever say
Yeah.
that about me again. But that
His
is
shirt
that is-
automatically becomes horizontal stripes.
yeah.
He's-
Somehow all of these buttons rip open.
Yeah. The top one stays.
It is an embarrassing. If I'm drunk and I get really mad, I'm like, "What's up, then?" Like it's dude. I wake up next.
fool?
It's the only time I ever have like hangover anxiety.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, did I code switch last night? God, fuck.
But it's funny because in New York, nobody knows what it is. You just seem like you're stupid.
Yeah. Well, it only happens when I'm in LA.
Oh, really?
It happened recently. I was in LA drinking with a friend, and
But
this
did
guy-
you say, you also said Valerie thinks it's hot.
Valley thinks it's hot when I get angry. Like when I like
Oh,
Yeah,
want.
my, my wife does that too. Like we're
Yeah.
in therapy and I had to like punch pillows and I like lost it on the pillow.
Uh-huh.
And then afterwards I heard her on the phone. She was like, Andy lost it today. It was pretty hot. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, you want me to be like evolved or
Wait,
not?
so you guys are like sitting on a couch and then you're like, fucking, you punched a pillow?
Yeah.
Like during therapy?
Yeah, I'm always supposed to punch pillows in therapy.
Really? Like,
That sounds cathartic as hell.
Yeah. It's supposed to evoke something about you also are there's like
supposed to
different
evoke
positions.
her face as a pillow.
Yeah. There's like different, like if you are on your knees and you're hitting it like this, I guess this is the science, is that is how it evokes something about your childhood. It brings out feelings from your childhood because you're in a certain posture.
Wait, when you're on your knees and you're hitting something like this.
Yeah.
See, I thought you were gonna go. It's like more like a Neanderthal.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably something to argue with that too. But I guess,
It's like primal.
yeah. No, it's like everything's supposed to get back to like childhood shit.
Yeah.
So that's all. And
That
it's
seems to
supposed
be like
conjure-
your therapist's only mode.
Yeah, and I have lately been calling her on it, and it's
Yeah.
been a lot of therapy sessions where I'm just like, this seems like bullshit.
Your therapist is like, now suck your thumb and put on this bib.
The hat,
feel?
the hat that's like,
Yeah, it's like you're like a
I'm wearing a
sunflower.
bonnet. Yeah,
Now, Andy, does baby want binky?
oh man, it's so sad to me that you're gonna move to LA and just become like a guy in the valley. You know what I mean?
know I'm not.
You're just
I'll be
gonna
all
work
right.
on your car into Hunga.
Dude, I'll never live in Tahunga
Yeah.
again. I can't do
Really?
that.
Yeah,
Nah.
he's moving to Monrovia.
What's that? I don't know.
I'm going to
That.
San Gabriel Valley, dude. No, I'm moving to Angelino Heights. I got a spot. Like
Hey, they got a nice apartment.
Yeah, dude, it's beautiful.
That's
Yeah,
great.
it's
Excited
huge.
about it. It's huge.
Yeah, well, you're gonna die.
I'm going to die out there.
Yeah, it'll be underwater soon. So.
No, it won't be underwater. It is on a hill.
I'm on a hill,
but,
dude.
Oh.
It is going to be like 115 degrees and on fire.
Can't wait.
It is. I mean, LA rocks.
Yeah.
It's so different if you have a reason to be there.
Yeah, and I don't have a reason except for just being from there. That's
Yeah,
one
but
thing
that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got all the friends that
If
you
I
started
could
with. And shit.
if I could, it's a lame city, but if I could work consistently and like keep on developing my career in Seattle, I would probably in a second.
Oh, in Seattle. I thought you were going to say LA. Yeah, no,
Oh,
I feel
would
you.
not.
I would just do because there's certain things I do in Seattle that are so much better. You know, like I swim in the lakes all the time. I go running at Green Lake. I go hiking and skiing and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know, things that a certain quality of life that I.
But I feel like wouldn't that if you were as busy as you are in New York as you would be in Seattle, you still wouldn't have the time to do that shit.
I don't think we're that busy. The only days that we're busy are when we move because it's such a time suck, you know. If it's just like a day that you have to podcast and, you know.
Yeah, this is tough work.
Okay.
This is some of the hardest work you can do in America.
Yeah. Podcasting.
Usually like coal miners.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a Coal Miner Weekly.
Let's see. Okay, there's
Coal Town.
There's this thing called the Ordung,
Coal Friends.
which is like the set of rules that the Amish have.
Coal
bears,
dudes.
Two bears, one coal. Sorry.
Yeah, sure you are.
The Adam Cole Show.
Oh, no. That took a second for me to.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
Miners talking miners.
Yeah.
MINERS talking MINORS.
Yeah, they're
or the other
perverts.
way.
They're pedophiles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a
guys
podcast about miners
it's
who are
guys
pedophiles.
that-
But that's not kids talking about becoming minors.
No, it's
That's
the other way
another
around.
podcast.
That's another. Yeah, that's my favorite podcast.
My favorite Cole.
Call
me Cole.
How do you know what that is?
Collywood Can Book. Sorry, it's so
I don't know.
stupid.
I don't know. Call me Cole.
Call me daddy.
Oh,
Call her daddy? What is it?
you should have done Call me daddy.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Fuck.
Scrap it.
Start over.
So the Ordung, they're the set of rules that the Amish live by. Mm-hmm. Also,
The Ordung?
Ordung is what it means. Rules.
That's so cool. That's a great one.
It's all German. Everything they do is
I just
German.
like that it would you've like broken the Ordung. That's,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
cool
that
thing.
sounds good.
So there's like, I don't know, a bunch of different Amish communities. Each community has their own set of rules.
Okay.
And it got to the point where, like, because there's some that are like, you can't use like gas lamps or anything. There's some communities where you can ride in a plane as long as you're not driving, or like you can't drive a car, but you can ride in a car.
Yeah, that's always a weird one when you see some Amish people on your plane. I don't know if you guys have.
I've never seen that. No.
Yeah.
Never. No.
Have you been to like Lancaster?
Yeah, I used to live. My dad lived like 30 minutes from Lancaster. When I
Really?
was in
Yeah.
middle school, so we'd go up there and
throw
buy a
vegetables
quilt.
at them?
They're on the road. It's very weird. You're like on the freeway and then there's just
So the people
horse.
that you're buying quilts from are usually Mennonites.
Oh,
So the Amish
grifters.
work through the Mennonites because the Mennonites.
because they're not supposed to do business directly with
yes,
the English.
yes. So
Yeah, so I think we got our dog from Mennonites.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They do a lot of dog.
Yeah, it's a puppy mill.
yeah.
It's-
You know what's weird is there's a lot of Mennonites like in very random places. Like there's hella Mennonites and they look Amish, so you think they're Amish in Belize.
really?
You're down like in Belize where it's like basically Jamaica.
I've watched a documentary about that. They have like their own huge town.
Yeah.
Like it's the size of Paris.
Jesus.
And they're like, you can't be using cell phones. Man, them broke the Ordung. Rosclot television. I think that's racist, but
No,
the
it's
clip.
fantastic.
It's the clip.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep, that's the clip, and then we'll put braids on you.
Yeah. Oh man, that's dope.
Oh, you can only get married. So there's only, if you're gonna get married, they only do one like marriage event a year.
Yeah.
So everyone who's gonna get married gets married in November,
Damn.
a few weeks after the fall harvest.
We should go out there in November for the pod.
Also, when a wedding occurs,
Yeah.
the whole community is expected to pitch in, so they throw some money at you, and then you use that money to buy a plot of land,
And then they all build you a barn.
and they all build you a barn.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like dope to be like. It sounds pretty dope to get to escape into that.
Wait, I guess I never thought about it. So, like, they own that land, technically. So, do the Mennonites purchase the land for them, like, via...
Well, there's probably also a lot of like I have 500 acres. I'm going to sell 40 to another Amish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what even is currency?
Just horse chips.
Like, they do buy shit, and they do
Corn
sell
cobs.
stuff.
Sure. Would they buy stuff with what?
Wooden chips.
They buy stuff with money.
What money?
They will.
English money.
Yeah, our
Okay.
money.
Pounds. They use the English pound.
It is more. The podcast is more fun when you're the annoying one.
Yeah, I know. I'm more brazen, I think.
Yeah. And no, but they like pay income tax. They pay like they have jobs.
I guess
they
that's what I'm
sell their
asking though.
shit.
Is like, how do they pay income tax if they're not allowed to do business with the English?
I think there's a certain amount of business that they just inevitably have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some people that like have to leave.
Like they have to get license plates for their buggies.
That is true. Yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also there's Reading Market in Philly.
Uh-huh.
There's that Amish stand where they make the pretzels.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But those may not be Amish. Those might be Mennonites.
I think so. Probably just posing as.
But I think it's all
motherfuckers.
there. It's connected. The Mennonites are just
they're the buffer zone.
You also, like,
the
fully-
people work in retail.
You can also just fully go visit like the farms and.
I had there was a comic that lived in D.C. that was raised Mennonite.
Mm-hmm.
John Muma, one of the funniest humans I've ever met. And I think he just had too good of a job, which is always the smart thing to do. Just so you know, if you're a young comic and you have a great job, just do that.
Just do that.
Don't try to like chase this.
Do you remember
dragon,
when
'cause
we did that?
It'll ruin your life.
We did that show in Pennsylvania, and then there was just one moment where Andy paused, and then someone yelled, "Have you heard of like Carl the Amish comic?"
Oh yeah. No, I was bombing at this one show.
Well, I didn't want to have to. Yeah, I was okay. You sure?
No,
I agree.
I'm not worried that I was bombing at a show in a winery in Pennsylvania. I have no shame about that. But the second night I killed. The first night I bombed. But that was I was like, "What do you guys like?" And one guy was like, "Have you heard of this guy, the Amish comic?" Autumn, pull up the Amish comic. This guy rocks.
Oh, you looked him up?
Yeah,
Does he have he has an internet presence?
it's that guy.
Oh yeah, I've seen this guy.
What's his name? Raymond?
Yeah, Raymond.
Raymond the Amish comic.
He rocks.
Is he good?
Yeah.
I mean, what is it all like puns and shit about?
Yeah, I mean, it's not good comedy, but it's good because it's exactly what you want it to be. It's like cringeworthy Amish comedy. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the thing is like all of middle America or like non-club comedy kind of just wants that. When you go to a winery and everyone's 65, they want him.
You know what we
So
never
funny,
talk
there's-
about is the thing about their beard that's so unique is they never have facial hair. It's
Yeah.
just
It's just neck down.
below the chin.
They don't do mustaches because
Get that pussy juice on there.
it's too close. Like it kind of
It looks like a pussy.
They align it with the military.
What?
Yeah, so they're like, oh, people who have mustaches, those are like in they're army guys. So we're not gonna have mustaches.
Really?
Yeah, and because they're
That's
pacifists.
not something I would ever associate with a
Yeah,
mustache.
neither would I.
This
Well-
guy's a mustache. He must be a soldier. He must be a vet.
I better salute
Respect.
this guy with a
Sir?
mustache in a van.
Yeah, actually, interesting fact about Raymond, he just got passed at the cellar.
Great, good for.
Yeah.
He's doing the VU 4 times this weekend.
I love this is so funny because there's no community for him to do stand up in except for just instantly blowing up and doing clubs. You know.
No, he does. It's like Bob Marley. You know, Bob Marley mainly does New Hampshire and Maine.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. There's a comic out of Maine named Bob Marley,
Can you look him up?
and his whole act is Maine kind of adjacent stuff. He's great. He's an amazing comic. I mean, I don't know if it holds up now.
That's
but
him?
Yeah, he sells out all of Maine, and a lot of it's just doing a really funny Maine accent. But I loved him.
I don't even know what a Maine accent sounds like.
It's like a Boston
pretty Boston,
accent,
yeah.
and then go
Okay.
more colonial.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like, whoa, you fucking I can't even do it. I got to think of the words.
Boy.
Yeah, fucking socks came up to Portland, eh? Like that kind of
Pretty
thing.
much it. Yeah.
The Amish, so they pay income tax, they pay sales tax. They don't pay Social Security or Medicare, because they don't receive either one of those.
They opted out.
Yeah. So they
What did they think about the ACA?
what's that?
The Obamacare.
I guess they're fine.
Oh, they don't believe in medicine, right? Like
No, they do.
they'll go see a doctor.
The Lancaster ones will. I don't know about all of the other ones, but the ones in Lancaster,
I'm
you
like
get to see
losing
it.
respect for them because they just keep breaking these rules when it's
Yeah.
convenient to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is part of it. Well, like
We won't get on Instagram unless it's for the business.
I won't get on Instagram unless there's fat Latina asses. Ezekiel, relax.
dude, one of my buddies showed me his Discovery feed.
Yeah.
100% big boobs. Like not another thing on there.
You can just say it was me.
No, it wasn't.
You could just say it was me.
Yeah.
It was Jeff Sheen.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Mine is so incriminating. It's Arsenal and just women in the Mediterranean in like a string.
Yeah. What's yours?
Mine is mostly, dude. It looks like I'm gay. It's all fitness
yes.
videos.
Oh, because you're working out.
Yeah, well, I've fallen off pretty heavily, but it's just all shirtless men, like
Yeah.
pointing to certain muscle groups.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, and
Mine's-
then tits and asses.
Can you
so.
give me a 3-day workout?
I can't. No,
No?
I like forgot how to work out.
Fuck.
I've been on a bender for like 3 weeks.
I've been using Shred app because it's my friend's app.
Uh-huh.
Do you know that app?
No.
It's a good app, but
Do you get a discount on it?
I get it for free.
Can you throw that on my phone?
Well, I sent him my email, and then he just put it in their database. So
Can you send them and be like, oh, hey, I got a new email.
I changed my email to.
It's Wilfred Padua.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, send them that.
So you look gay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Mine
My
was-
Discover is pretty.
Mine's all Arsenal and food and one big tit here and there.
Mine's all fitness and then like guys kissing because I'm really into fitness. So it's a lot of guys kissing and gay marriage and kind of like a lot of
Yeah.
men dressed in
Just
really
like a lot of-
sultry kind of stuff because I'm really into fitness.
Oh, yeah, a lot of fitness guys holding LGBTQ flags.
Yeah. A lot of guys kissing, you're working out their
It's a lot of rainbow
muscles.
flags because I love colors and I love fitness
And I love flags.
and I love fitting this dick into a man's ass.
Yay. All right. Well,
Folks.
Okay. Well,
we
the
got
main
Racine on here too.
it was at 10,000 laughs. Like I was hanging out with. It was supposed to be me, Racine, and someone else. And then that other person dropped out of the hang, and I was like, "Oh fuck! Now I'm stuck with Racine. We can't talk to each other." And I said it like in a bit way, and then Racine was like, "You mean that?" And I was like,
Yeah.
and then, but the next
Sensitive
day
man.
when
You
we
hurt the
hung
little guy's
out,
feelings.
I made a big attempt to like be a good hang, and that's when we became friends. I took him to J. Crew, got a little discount for the
Wow, that
for the
must have been
brother.
huge.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Proud of you, man.
I am too.
you never took advantage of my discount.
Yeah, I did. You bought me a hoodie one time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last thing I bought were these shoes for us.
Nice. I
I
like
pulled
them.
a pretty good move today. You know, I bought those ALD 650s, and then they just sucked, and I couldn't
Yeah.
sell them. Well, I realized that they're still available on the New Balance site, so I just returned them to New Balance.
Oh really?
Yeah, I just was like, I don't have a receipt, so I just got the money back for New Balances.
Really? The ones that say Ame Leon Dor.
They sell them on the New Balance website. Yeah, nobody wants those 650s.
Yeah, they suck to wear.
Yeah,
I sold mine to Jay Jordan.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks good in them.
He looks good in every. I mean, he's also like completely jacked and like
He's
a
hot.
hot guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's what
Take your shirt off, Connor.
Dude. No.
All right.
I look terrible right now.
Yeah,
I bet you don't.
I bet you don't look as bad as us.
Dude, I've been, because I'm leaving. So everyone's like, we got to drink.
Oh yeah.
Connor, when we went to the beach and you guys made me take my shirt off,
Yeah.
did it look better or worse than you expected?
It looked exactly how I thought it'd look, and you can interpret that however you want.
My
You look
body
fat
always,
as shit.
my body always looks like I'm a guy that lost 200 pounds. You know what I mean? Like I always look like the dude who's like, "Hey, I
Yeah.
lost 200 pounds," and you're like, "You're still kind of fat."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like because you have your torso is wide.
And I have muscles
Yeah.
underneath, but I always have like a nice veneer of
Yeah, I look like a former athlete.
yeah.
Yeah, you do have just like, you're almost built like a horse.
Yeah.
There's like a big,
I have
just,
a giant rib cage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stick stuff in there. I have a Beats pill in there right now. For when I do Showtime.
Yeah, when Showtime happens.
When I do Showtime on the train.
Just doing Showtime and instantly snapping your neck.
It'd be so funny if you saw me doing Showtime, but I'm with those guys.
I would cry. It would be the funniest thing I've ever seen. I love Showtime. I love the fat guy in the Showtime crew.
I love that they still do the hat.
That's what I'm saying. The fat guy just does hat tricks.
Yeah.
And they act like it's as cool.
Nobody's ever given a shit about the hat tricks, and they do it every time. They're like, whoa,
But all the acrobatic stuff, there's only like 3 things that they can do.
The one that's cool is when they put their feet in the double bars and they slide.
And then but then they always slap the ceiling, and
it scares the shit out of
everyone.
Yeah.
That's also one of the ones where like every single Showtime, they're like, "Hey, you got to give us money. No one got kicked."
Yeah,
it's like you could have just not swung your feet around.
It'd be funny if they just did another round and kicked everybody.
Yeah, Showtime is like it almost feels like a trap to look racist as a white guy.
Yeah,
because they're literally like almost kicking you in the face, and you have to just sit there stonewalled.
You can't
I'm into this. I thought you guys would be good.
Yeah. You also can't, I feel like I can't look at them, because if I look at them and I watch, then I'm going to have to pay money.
My favorite is the older white lady who's like,
yes. Yeah, I love it.
Hey, do you see this?
Yeah.
I like these ones.
We should probably wrap it up. Is there some final words you have on the Amish?
You got to accept Jesus. The congregation votes. Oh, yes. So when they do communion twice a year.
Yeah.
So they don't have churches. They do mass in a house, and it rotates. Each house has to be built to fit a church.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. So they do all of their masses in people's houses. It rotates.
Kind of like that.
We have church this week.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. I guess it's like
put away the PlayStation. We have church this week, dude.
Honey, get off the Sibian. We have church this week.
I guess you could have a Sibian if it's like because
hand powered.
Yeah, it's great.
Just. It's like the sex machine from Burn After Reading that George Clooney built.
One of the greatest reveals. It's so funny.
Just him beating the shit out of it in the dildos.
So and then when twice a year they do communion, and like you're supposed to be able to take in Jesus to go to heaven. Before they do communion, they do a vote as to whether or not you get to take communion.
Really?
So everyone in the town, like, they go through, like, Connor, and then they go aye or nay. And if you say nay, you have to be like, well, Connor is,
Connor's always at Chipotle.
Yeah, he keeps on doing Chinese accents in a truck. He doesn't drive the truck, but he does the Chinese accent. Yeah. And then we go, okay. And it has to be unanimous.
And then they go, Connor, do the Chinese accent. And they're like, that's pretty good. All right, you guys.
Come on.
Yeah, okay, all right. So, yeah, I don't know if I have any other. It's like hard to figure out if I've covered everything.
Well, that seems fine. Do you have anything you want to plug?
I don't really
have any
know.
questions about the Amish?
No, not really.
Does anyone want? Come on, this is so enticing.
Are there
of a
any
topic.
Chinese Amish? Are there any people from
I
outside?
did look into that. There's like maybe 2 or 3 people that married an Amish. And I don't think there's any Asian Amish, but I think there's like 2 black kids.
From Rumspringa, and they like bring Can they do that? Can they bring somebody in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you probably went over that, right?
Yeah. No, I didn't. But you can take someone in for sure. They don't evangelize, nuts. So there usually isn't. I mean, the Amish all have a lot of birth defects because they're all from the same genome or whatever.
That's it.
So so there's a lot of birth defects, and at the same time, like, there's only been like 75 people from the outside since 1950. There's only been 75 people from the outside that have joined.
They need to get
Crazy.
that app. Do you guys know about this? in like Iceland.
Oh, the Are We Cousins app?
Yeah, in Iceland, if you are about to fuck somebody, you have to check an app.
Yeah, but for them, it would just say yes every time, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So you kind of
pretty. I think they're always going to know that you're related, but it's how closely.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and then
We're brother and sister.
I thought you looked familiar. That's crazy.
God, where have you been? Sorry, I fingered you.
And so the only 75 people from the outside have come in, but since 1950, the population has tripled.
Nice.
So they're at like 360,000 in the
Just
U.S.
a bunch of Mongoloids.
Yeah, that's rough, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Building barns so fast.
Just super strong dudes. No fucking brain.
Yeah.
Are they racist? Like, I would assume they are, but then it feels like racism is very societal.
But they're also kind of progressive.
That's what I'm
they're
saying.
Like pacifists and shit. So you think that maybe like.
Well, I don't think
Because when I think of like a white community living in the woods, I'm like, that can't be fucking good. But I feel like they aren't.
so. They probably are afraid of black people and Asians and Italians.
But based off of what?
But I think they're afraid of everyone.
Yeah.
So I guess is that racism if you hate everyone equally?
Are they allowed to jet ski?
If you can't drive the jet ski,
You can ride on the jet ski.
You can be hugging your boyfriend from behind.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go there and just start handing out elf bars.
Hell yeah,
just
dude.
ruin their lives. You know?
They have analog vapes. That's awesome.
The last thing is the main thing is that they also want to be their own society that doesn't have to so that there are some people like in Lancaster you can use electricity, but it has to be off of a generator or it has to be like some other way it can't be connected to the grid.
Do they vote?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I couldn't find the answer for that.
Wasn't that like a big thing during BLM that there was like Amish people protesting during BLM?
Really?
You guys remember this? Look at Amish protests BLM. I think they came out. I think they have like...
They were against the cops?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, they kind of kick ass.
Justice for George Floyd? These guys rock.
Yeah, they rock. That's why I asked if they're racist, because I was like, I feel like they're not.
Here's what I'm wondering. How did they find out?
Well, because that's in Philly.
Yeah.
So they're seeing Philly.
Yeah, but they're just hanging out in Lancaster, no news.
Yeah, but they communicate
They're
with people.
Yeah,
And
they
they
ride
go
their thing in.
and they go to fucking farmers markets.
They see the plane go by with the news on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
like at the beach.
They sell me a dog. I go, did you hear about George Floyd? I said thanks for the dog. Now say his name.
Yeah. Say their name. Wow. You guys, thanks so much for listening to the Known Zone. Please DM us at the Known Zone Pod on Insta. Follow our YouTube page. Review us on iTunes or wherever you listen to the pod.
Follow Connor at 420 Naughty Boy.
And you got a new pod now because you're part of.
I don't even know what's going to happen with that, but you can watch Hate Watch if you want. It's a great podcast with my friend Devin Costa, but it's I'm not officially a part of it at all.
Okay, are you officially a part of anything?
No.
Okay, you're just going
I'm
back to...
I'm just floating back to LA.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
If you want to buy furniture, hit him up.
Yeah.
Real fast. All
3
right.
weeks ago. All right, thanks everybody. This is the Known Zone. And also remember to send in. We really liked it when you sent suggestions for episodes. We're going to do a few of those this next week.
Oh, and also send us some reviews because I'm looking at on Apple
you can
Podcasts.
do a shitty review.
On Apple Podcasts, we have no reviews.
Literally zero?
No, we have I think 6.
Damn.
Or 9 or something.
Damn.
Like we got you're all listening.
Just roast us.
Yeah, but give us 5 stars.
Yeah.
Roast, but give us 5 stars.
That's a good idea. Yeah, just say the most offensive thing about Wilfred.
And hey, how about we do this? If you write a review, we'll talk about it on the show.
Yeah, we'll shout you out.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.